Before we get started, I'm Evelyn P. Ward, President of the Newcastle NAACP, and we welcome everyone. Before we get started, I would like for my son-in-law, Sidney McKnight, to give the invocation.
Good morning, everyone. Bow your heads, please. Proverbs 3:6 tell us that in everything we do, to acknowledge you, and you will direct our ways. So this morning, Father, we ask you to forgive us all for the sins that we have most grievously committed against you. Lord, we ask that you give us the wisdom to understand your word, which is our holy Bible, and the knowledge to apply it to our lives. Lord, we ask that you would give everyone safe passage back home. In your Son, Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Okay, there's petitions being circulated. Please sign them so we can send them to the harness racing or the legislators to know how we feel. Thank you all for being here. We are in the midst of a month-long celebration to honor Black history in our country. But this is also a time to reflect on our past and the legacy of the NAACP, an organization that for nearly 100 years has fought for our civil liberties and against any form of discrimination. It seems only fitting that we stand here today united as a community in support of Carmen Schick, a man who through no fault of his own has been denied the right to operate a legitimate business, a business that would undoubtedly reinvigorate our local community. It is our belief that the decision by the Harness Racing Commission was not based on the merits of the project, but rather on discrimination. Discrimination that extends far beyond Carmen Schick and his family. By denying the Schick family a racing license, the Commission has denied our entire community the opportunity to live better lives. But they have denied us thousands of jobs. They have denied us the ability to reap the benefits of a strong community fueled by the business tourism. And worst of all, they have denied future generations a fair shot at a brighter future. How many of you standing out there today or sitting out there have children and grandchildren who were forced to move out of state to secure a job? But we have decided that we will not stand by and suffer the injustice in silence. Today we are a community united in support of Carmen Schick, but we are also united against discrimination. Discrimination is the reason why Carmen Schick and his family were denied the opportunity to operate a racetrack. It does not matter that Mr. Schick and his family are outstanding members of our community. It does not matter that through Bedford Downs, they will create thousands of jobs for our community. All that really matters is that he is an Italian American and that many years ago, his honest, hardworking grandfather, who created many good-paying jobs for the people of Lawrence County. The Commission chose to see only what they wanted to see, a deceased Italian American who they could somehow accuse of having ties to the mob, while at the same time discriminating against Carmen Schick. After a meticulous investigation, the Pennsylvania Harness Racing Commission has found Mr. Schick to be a good citizen and honest businessman, and yet he still does not have the racing license. Personal discrimination is evil and has no place in our society, but institutional discrimination is far by worse. People hide behind it. They make their nasty comments and hide behind their authority. They speak as if they were speaking on our behalf, but the Newcastle chapter of the NAACP says, you don't speak for us. Discrimination never has a sound reason. It never has a good excuse. It's always wrong, it's always bad, and it always hurts every one of us, no matter race, age, or gender. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce are you the president? Chairman. I would like to introduce our chairman of the Lawrence County Commission, Mr. Dan Vogler.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ward. Good morning, everybody. Mrs. Ward, you're a hard act to follow. You know, it's somewhat of a coincidence that back in September of 2004, when Carmen and his family unveiled the Bedford Downs proposal out at the site in Mahoning Township, that we experienced the heaviest rainfall of that entire year. And you fast forward to February of 2006, and we're sitting here on probably the coldest day of this winter. So I think we have to take an attitude or a position comparable to that of the U.S. Postal Service and say that neither rain, sleet, snow, or hail will prevent us from securing this license. This is a tremendous turnout, once again, especially considering the weather conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Schick is a visionary, and he has a vision that will certainly have a very positive impact on this county and the entire region. His proposed racetrack will result in a significant, far-reaching economic boost for Lawrence County and the surrounding area. The Lawrence County Commissioners continue to strongly support his application for the racetrack license. And we do plan to file, along with the Mahoning Township supervisors, and incidentally, all three of the supervisors are here today from Mahoning Township. We do plan to file in conjunction with them a legal brief that will support Carmen's appeal to the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court. I might add that our fellow county commissioners to the north of us, the Mercer County Commissioners, have expressed their support for Bedford Downs as well. I'm in receipt of a letter from them. I'm only going to read you a couple sentences from it. They state here that we are writing to support, or in support of Lawrence County's Bedford Downs Economic Stimulus Project. We are all painfully aware that Western Pennsylvania has been plagued with the industrial outmigration and job loss. The Bedford Downs project is a unique opportunity to stabilize the loss of jobs by creating many new jobs. And it is our wish that both the Commonwealth Court and the Harness Racing Commission realize the economic benefits that the Bedford Downs Economic Stimulus Project will bring to our region, and that they will grant a reconsideration award and a license approval for this project. We thank the Mercer County Commissioners for their support. The public and private sectors will benefit from Bedford Downs. Lawrence County government, the Township of Mahoning, and the Mohawk Area School District will realize additional tax revenue. And the influx of people into our community who will come to Bedford Downs will create opportunities for economic expansion. As Carmen Schick has said, Bedford is best. Let's show the leaders in state government that Lawrence County is proud to stand with Carmen Schick, the visionary, as he carries out his vision for a brighter future for all of us. Thank you very much. Thank you. And it's my pleasure now to introduce to you probably one of the most energetic people I know, the Executive Director of the Lawrence County Tourism Promotion Agency, Joanne Mcbride.
Good morning, everyone. It just does my heart so much good to see all of you here on a bad day like this. Fills my heart with pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. If you remember just 2 words from my presentation this morning, I want those words to be entertainment destination. Now, before I go further into that, I want to give you a little bit of statistics. Visiting friends and family is the top reason people travel to this community. And that accounts for 51% of the overnight stays in the Pittsburgh region, of which Lawrence County is a part. The top activities of the people who are here are dining, 26%, entertainment, 24%, and shopping, 19%. Stop and think about this for a minute. The last time your cousin Mary came here for a visit, and she brought her family with her, you probably went out to hot dogs down at Hudson Lunch or to P.O. Lunch or Coney Island. You attended one of the many events in the community, whether it was the Fireworks Festival, the Elwood City Arts and Crafts Festival, the Lawrence County Fair. Maybe you visited McConnell's Mill State Park. Maybe you went to the Playhouse for entertainment. Then you went up into the Amish countryside because you wanted some handcrafted items. You may have even stopped at our office because you wanted a souvenir to take home. That sounds about right, doesn't it? That's about what you did. Well, now you add Bedford Downs to that mix, and you really have an entertainment destination. Bedford Downs is much more than harness racing and gaming. Plans for the complex includes restaurants, shopping, a full-service hotel, which I have to say is badly needed in this community, and an indoor water park. When you have that indoor water park, now you're making Lawrence County a year-round destination. So imagine this. Cousin Mary comes with her family and they want to visit you, but they don't want to stay at your house anymore. They want to stay in that nice hotel. So you get to go and visit them at the hotel, and you get to go to the water park. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. The economic impact of travelers to Lawrence County in 2003 was $92.2 million. Unbelievable, isn't it? With over $25 million paid in federal, state, and local taxes. If awarded the harness racing license, construction on Bedford Downs would begin almost immediately. And that means immediate job creation. The Schick family has been part of this community for generations. They live here, they invest here, they raise their families here. Bedford Downs is just another example of this family's unwavering commitment to our community and its residents. Today we have the opportunity to return that favor. We are here to show our support to a family who has been wrongfully denied the right to create a better future for the residents of Lawrence County. The Schick family deserves the harness racing license. Lawrence County deserves to be an entertainment destination. I guess you can tell I'm pretty adamant about this. And now I'd like to introduce to you Ed Mccrady, who's the director of the Beaver Lawrence Farm Bureau. For those of you who are unaware, agriculture and tourism are Lawrence County's largest industries. Ed will relate to you how agriculture will benefit from Bedford Downs.
Knock of that, Ed. Top of the morning to you. Now, I'm not a public speaker. I don't even play one on TV. But I'm here today representing agriculture. Now, as you heard from the speakers before me, Bedford Downs will contribute greatly to the economic revitalization of Lawrence County. Our agricultural industry will also benefit from having this tremendous asset in our community. Carmen Schick's family legacy is rooted in agriculture. He has tirelessly followed family tradition of working hard. And he meant it when he said, "My family respected the land." And I think that's important. I believe Lawrence County's farming families will agree with the statement and understand the level of devotion required to maintain not only the land, but also a family legacy. The Bedford Downs Racetrack will transform a former strip mine into a facility that will consume agricultural products and will fit in harmoniously with neighboring farms. Much beyond that, though, Bedford Downs will give farming families what's long been overdue: revenue and confidence in the future. Aside from the 2,000 jobs Bedford Downs will create for the community, farmers will reap the benefits of an increased demand for their agricultural products, including hay, grains, and these products are needed for horse feed and the increased opportunities for horse breeders. Providing new jobs for this community through a horse racing track will also serve to reaffirm the importance of agriculture in this region. We need Bedford Downs in this community. The increased demand for agricultural products will not only help our farmers, but sustaining farms benefits our community as well. Once farmland is converted to other uses, it's permanently gone. Bedford Downs will help to preserve farmland and maintain that healthy and diverse ecosystem. The proposed site for Bedford Downs has been restored to a beautifully conditioned piece of land, all thanks to the Schick family. Currently, it stands empty, a symbol of the terrible injustice our community has undergone. I believe it's everyone's dream to turn that empty land into land that will give back to our community. Guided by Carmen Schick's respect for the land, Bedford Downs will not disturb the environment, but will contribute to our rural economy. It's time to give this remaining harness racing license to the team that deserves it the most, Bedford Downs. Now at this time, I'd like to let the people here know that I spoke with Senator Jerry Lavelle earlier this week. He's unable to attend because of a trip he had to take. But I just want you to know he sends his regrets. Now at this time, I'd like to introduce Bob Mccrady, Director of the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Good morning, race fans. I'd like to talk to you this morning about three things: jobs, money, and discrimination. From the time the first shovel of dirt is turned out there on 422, it'll create nearly 1,000 jobs in Lawrence County. In addition to those well-paying on-site construction jobs, it'll create another 500 jobs just in the industries that'll support that project, from lumber yards to cement plants to iron workers. The jobs will go far beyond that site. Money. We want to talk about the impact this will have. Within the first year of operation of that track, it'll generate over $100 million into our local economy. By the fifth year of operation, over $500 million will come into our economy. That's like Lawrence County winning the Powerball every year. And finally, discrimination. Those job opportunities will not discriminate. This project will employ people of all races, all faiths, all genders will be employed at Bedford Downs. And the money generated by this project will not discriminate either. It will reach out to all parts of the community, from not only the tax revenue it will generate, but also the money that the jobs will generate. Again, imploding in our community without discrimination, because in Lawrence County, we don't believe in discrimination. We will not tolerate discrimination of any form, and we need to send that message back to Harrisburg. We will not tolerate discrimination. We want to tell our legislators, we want to tell the governor, and we certainly want to tell the Racing Commission, do not discriminate against the Schick family because of their Italian-American heritage. Thank you. And now let me welcome up here the Honorable Mayor Wayne Alexander.
Thank you, Bob. We all know about the jobs. We all know about the economic development. But we're missing one thing while we're here today. It's about integrity. It's about integrity of a family, that the last thing that the commission and those folks involved that permit the license can mudsling about Mr. Schick and his family's integrity. I do not socialize with people that don't have integrity. You would not be here today if you thought Carmen Schick and his family did not have a level of integrity. I believe what our game plan has to be is everybody in this room and your families and your friends have to let the governor and his people know that Carmen Schick has integrity, and he will bring that to Newcastle in a manner that's going to be respectful to this area and to this state. Thank you very much. I got wound up here. Our next guest, the Honorable Chris Sonata.
Thank you, Mayor. Many of our prior speakers spoke very eloquently on the reason we're here. Lawrence County Chapter of NAACP, thank you. Thank you. Discrimination is wrong no matter how you cut it, no matter which ethnic group it is, and NAACP has shown their hatred for discrimination here today. So once again, thank you. July 4th, 2004, very important date in the history of Pennsylvania. That is the day the Pennsylvania legislature voted to legalize slot machines in Pennsylvania. Almost a year and a half ago. We had a 16-hour debate, a lot of opposition. And I never forget that night. That was one of the last things we did. And I actually spoke on the floor that night, and I said one thing in my speech, that we in Lawrence County just want to be treated fairly. In the distribution of licenses, we want to be distributed fairly. I voted for legalizing slots in Pennsylvania. I knew the value. I see what happens, the money going to West Virginia. I knew the hard work of Carmen Schick and Mahoning Township and their efforts from day one, over 3 years ago, in planning this project. Since that time, there's been ups, there's been downs, and we are here today. And there still is no last harness racing license. I think what has happened is wrong. I was there that day when this decision came down. Me, Commissioner Vogler, Poncho, the supervisor, and we were in shock. We didn't win, we didn't lose. But we have a ways to go. We waited for the 86-page report. You read the 86-page report, it says Lawrence County has the best location. The 86-page report likes the 1-mile track. It will be the only 1-mile track in the state of Pennsylvania. It likes the location. Whenever you create jobs, it's location, 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 and that's what you're supposed to do. The only reason that they come out with is Carmen's grandfather. That is wrong. It's wrong no matter how you cut it. We're asking for reconsideration. The case is going to Commonwealth Court. The Racing Commission has said they won't do anything until the court rules. Carmen is a fighter. He's been fighting and won't stop fighting. We as elected officials, the county commissioners, Mayor Alexander, Poncho and Mahoning Township, all the supervisors, the city council, everybody is working as a team. And that's what it takes. You see how many people have shown up here today in one of the worst days of the winter to show our support. Organized labor in the back, showing their support here today. The farmers here today, a diverse section of our community, all walks of life, business owners, workers, senior citizens, retirees. They know how important this is to our community. And that's why we put party differences aside. This isn't a political thing. This is what's in the best interest of Lawrence County and Western Pennsylvania. We need a racetrack in Western Pennsylvania. I believe it. In Western Pennsylvania, the track will come, in my opinion, in Western Pennsylvania. If you look at the map, when this happened, there's rumors it's going to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. By law, it cannot go to Pittsburgh, it cannot go to Philadelphia, because we have a 20-mile rule that eliminates all those communities from getting a racetrack. And it can't go to Erie. And if you want to make money, you need to put it where you're going to make money. Look at the map. It needs to be in Western Pennsylvania. It needs to be located to tap into the people from Ohio. For too many years, our people go to Ohio and spend their money. It's time we want them to come here and spend their money. Three miles from the Ohio state line, tapping into one of the biggest population in the state of Ohio. The reports have said this is where they make money. If you want to deliver property tax reduction in Pennsylvania, you have to make money. If we don't put the track where we're going to make money, we're not going to raise the revenue that they want. That was the whole purpose of legalizing slots. Property tax reduction. That's what was the premise for legalizing it. But if you don't put the track where you're going to make the money, then how are you going to have the money to do the property tax reduction? Which is another story for another day. But that all ties in together. So I think that we're united. I've known the Schick family many, many years. My family was from Hillsville. People are good people out there. And when you read the stuff, and when they talk about our community, we're a very diverse, ethnic-based community in Lawrence County. That's something we're very proud of. We're very proud of that. I just ask, don't use that against us for that. In conclusion, we're going to work as a team. We will continue this fight. I know Carmen is a fighter and will continue to fight. And we as elected officials will be right behind him at every level of government in Lawrence County. We're going to continue that fight until the end. Let's do the right thing and award the license to Lawrence County where we can make money. Thank you. And I don't want to forget, our next speaker is Harry Kramer, also known as Uncle Harry, from Conaquelle, a nonprofit organization, and he's representing the nonprofits here today. Harry. Thank you.
Wow, how do you follow that? This is a rally, and we're here to really rally and have a lot of fun. We're going to have a little contest now. Can you still hear me? Yeah. Okay, now, and the winner of this contest is going to get a very special prize, maybe additional hot dog or hamburger, who knows. But when your Uncle Harry's hands cross like that, you clap. But if they don't cross, if they only go so far, and you clap, you made a little mistake. Okay, you ready? Here we go! on, just one clap. And none of that delayed stuff. Okay, here we go. No, come on. Faster, faster, faster. Made a mistake. Here we go, one more time. Thank you. Oftentimes I don't get an applause, so I do that at the beginning. Oh, I can do that again, but we don't have the time because Joanne said you only have 3 minutes, and I got to keep to the agenda. But it's been said, and we so are in such great appreciation for the NAACP for standing up and being a sponsor of this event. And I know we have Paul and Ellie Ward with us, officers of the state of Pennsylvania NAACP. Would you please stand up, please? Let's recognize them. Great people. They're going to have a 50th anniversary in 2 years. And Ellie has been a former speaker. My name is Harry Kramer, and I serve as the director of YMCA Camp Conakry Spencer, which is located on the outskirts of Farmville. Incidentally, I haven't seen Carmen. Raise your hand. Kendra, raise your hand. And Kenny. Is Kenny here tonight, or is he out on the machine? This is a family. It's a working family, running. Why don't you folks kind of come up front so people can see you? But that's the kind of humility that they have. God bless them. Come on, Carmen and Kendra and Kenny, start walking up. Seriously, folks, wait till you hear about some of the things that they have done for this community that you would absolutely not believe. Carmen and Kendra and Kenny and the Schick family, God bless them. Such great humility. I requested the opportunity to share some remarks about the Schick family and the tremendous contribution they have made over the past several decades. We're not talking about the past couple years when they heard about there may be a track, opportunity here. No. This family is the real deal. And I'd like to share with you some of the things that they have done for the nonprofit, community. And it has just been absolutely phenomenal. Whenever the Schick family extends a helping hand in fulfilling a community need, they always do so in a very low-key manner. No fanfare, as you can see. They're not sitting up at this head table. They're all the way in the back. No fanfare, and always with the greatest of humility. What a family. A few examples of their tremendous kindness and generosity. The family's kindness and generosity. Listen to this. Pay close attention. Open ears really wide. Providing materials, equipment, and labor for construction of 12 ball fields for area schools and community parks. A comprehensive playground, including basketball court for the village of Hillsville. We have some Hillsville people here, don't we? You betcha. And also, what did the Schick family charge for all the magnificent projects they have done, which serves thousands upon thousands of children, families, and senior citizens? Everyone here, close your eyes. Please listen to me. Close your eyes. Now, tell me, what do you see? I didn't hear you. You got that right. Nothing. Nothing. The Schick family, always there to fulfill that need. And I'd like to just take a few minutes more, because Joanne has me on the time clock here, to share with you some of the significant ways the Schick family has helped. And many of you here, you have been a part of the Camp Conakry Spencer operation. And it's a very unique, special camp, because in addition to being a traditional operating camp, it has established the largest program in all of America for children with physical and mental disabilities, and they come to us from 48 states from across America. And our daily annual accumulated attendance exceeds 45,000 people. Carmen Schick became a board member. You know, Carmen's so low-key, and he doesn't serve on a lot of boards and that, and, you know, he's out there helping to get the trucks on the road and what have you. And we talked him into, well, we just told him he was going to be it. He had no say in it, a board member. And he became a key volunteer leader of the camp close to 18 years ago. And throughout this time, he played a major role in helping to lead a massive construction effort assisted by a host of Western Pennsylvania construction companies and trades associations. And some of the major projects that Carmen and the Schick family together helped to bring to fruition include construction of a 440-foot bridge needed to cross the Connoquenessing body of water to connect the camp property. 440 foot. How long is a football field? Yeah. That's only 300 feet, right? This is longer, my friends, than a football field. And it takes trucks, not just a pathway, a walking bridge, the trucks and the hay wagon filled with kids. Kids that need that helping hand and singing and having such a grand and glorious time going across that great bridge, and it could not have been constructed without the help of the Schick family, my friends. Construction of a medical center. Listen to this, a medical center fully equipped with electrocardiogram equipment and kidney dialysis equipment, and now staffed at no charge by UPMC, by the finest doctors in all of our land. And they came to us after the Schick family enabled us to build that great facility. Another hand clap. These are great things. Construction of a 5-mile handicap accessible nature trail. And it's fully paved, making it possible for people with challenge abilities, children and adults with special needs, to explore the wonders of nature. And the construction of a handicap accessible playground and sports complex for special Olympic athletes. And also, I'm not done yet, sorry Joanne, construction of a wastewater treatment system that traverses an area of 500 acres, and we had to do that before we could do any other development. And Carmen and Kenny and Kendra, they sent that big equipment. We had to close down Route 79 to get that equipment down to the campsite to do the work. And what a magnificent project. Value, well, I'll tell you the total value here in just a second. And then road construction throughout the campgrounds. And listen to this, the most recently completed project that has been completed at the camp, a modern, fully handicapped, accessible dining hall with a seating capacity of over 700 people. And we have 60, 70 wheelchairs just easily flowing throughout that building, and no handicap blocks, no, they can freely do this, and they just, they can spread their wings, and it's such a great facility. And I should mention that Larry Nelson, we talk about how Carmen and his family have worked with the community and the union community. Larry Nelson, where are you, Larry? Raise your hand. Larry Nelson is the international business representative. He's here today. He has his placard, Local 712, and Carmen was able to interest them, get them involved in the project, and their contribution to this dining hall exceeded $250,000. How about a hand for Larry and the IBEW 712? And they're going to be working on this project when we build that racetrack too, you know. And all told, the financial value of these projects, which Carmen and his family have been so instrumental in bringing the resources to being to us, exceed $10 million. Thank you, Carmen. We love you. Time is up. Joanne's giving me the sign. And because the Schick family cares about building strong kids, strong families, strong communities, the lives of thousands upon thousands are being greatly enriched and will continue to be enriched throughout the future. And again, our thanks to the Pennsylvania NAACP, who have courageously taken a stand in an effort to bring honor and justice to a family that has been discriminated against only because of their nationality. God bless. Oh my goodness, this next person doesn't even need an introduction because he is in Lawrence County, as we all know, is the man. And that is none other than Poncho Esposito, Mahoney Township Supervisor, representing the Lawrence Council of Governments. Poncho!
Good morning, Lawrence County. How can anybody follow Uncle Harry? Well, some of the things I want to talk about this morning, I could be like Uncle Harry and they'd have to pull me off the stage too. But some of the things I want to tell you is the same voucher as what Harry went down the road with. And some of the things that Carmen has done, not only for Mahoney Township, but for things in Lawrence County that nobody has known. Back in the early 60s and 50s and 60s, it was before Carmen's time, but the Ambrosia family turned around and donated dozers, equipment to make the playground in Hillsville, Pennsylvania, where our community center lies. Hours and hours of dozer work was put in to make that park. We go back into the 50s when Mahoney Township's first fire department was organized, that I've been a member for 30 years. Turn around, Carmen Ambrosia has donated the first fire truck for Mahoney Township. In '53, he donated the down payment for the first new fire truck in Mahoney Township. He turned around in '91 when we bought our next new truck. He donated money. Carmen has donated throughout the years, thanks, tons of money. Not everybody call him because that's my source, but money to the fire departments. But he has helped otherwise throughout this community. I was talking to Carmen yesterday, and I turned around, I sat back, and I remembered when I first met his grandfather. And I'm not giving my age up, but I met him in '66. And I was a small child, and he says, "You work good, I want to hire you." 4 years later, I went to work for him. And I got an education while I worked there. Carmen has helped the community very much. But I want to go back onto the property that I'm here to stand up for. Carmen has gave us property in Hillsville and made a park. Not only bought the stuff for the park, he had his employees put up all the equipment at no cost to the community. Remember that. He gave us property for the park. In 2000, past Commissioner Roger DeCarbo came to me and said he needed some property. So he wanted 40 acres. So I went to Carmen, talked to Carmen, and he donated us 48 acres for a training facility. Then our training facility that we were planning got too big. And we went back to Carmen and told Carmen we needed 200 acres. Carmen said, "Whoa." He gave it to us. So he given us 248 acres of property in Hillsville to create a training facility for northwestern United States for terrorism. That in the emergency service fields would be putting a lot of jobs in Lawrence County just in the instructors being able to move into this area, the instructors we would be paying for. The school would be a $5 million school that we were going to build. Lawrence County was behind the ball and it went somewhere else, but Carmen still stayed behind it. That is stuff people don't know. I can only thank Carmen, the Ambrosia families for years. So I got a list of stuff I got to go over, and I'm going to be going over my 3 minutes. Bam. Number one, we have, since we started this and announced we were going to do this, we've had a ton of people that wanted to get in here and speak on Carmen's behalf. I want to announce some of these people that wanted to come here. Now, first of all, I want to announce my colleagues and supervisors. Gary Pazzuli's in the back and Vito Europoli, will you put your hands up? We support this effort at everything we can do at Mahoning Township. Now, we cannot recognize all the elected officials that are in here today. So if you're a supervisor, a councilman, a mayor, school board member, voting register, anybody elected, stand up and wave. Let's show that there's elected officials here. I hope there's some here. Wave. Okay? We have people here. Our elected officials are out there. They're just shy. Veterans Association. We have a gentleman here that wanted to speak for the veterans. Carmen and his proceeds of the track, and he made it perfectly clear that 1% of the net profit of Bedford Downs will be going to the State Veterans Association to help the veterans of Pennsylvania. Let's give them applause. And there's not too much I can say since I've been sitting. I knew Paul Ward for probably 10 years, maybe 30, but turn around, him and his wife is outstanding. And the NAACP, which I think she has here, she has membership cards here. If anybody, she's hounding people to join their association, so I had to plug that. But that's a well-run organization. But I want to thank the committee here. I want to thank our local government. The Council of Governments is behind you all the way, Carmen. If we got to take buses to Harrisburg, we will. I know the county commissioners are behind you. They'll take buses to Harrisburg. We're behind you. The elected officials of Lawrence County are behind you. We need this. But I could go on and on about Carmen, and I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to... That's what I'm going to do. All right, this time I want to bring up Carmen Schick, Kendra Tabak, and we have a gentleman out in the field. Okay, we got petitions out in the field, but I need quiet for 1 minute and then we're going to stand again. We got a hometown boy that moved away and he wants to move back to Lawrence County in this venture. It'd be Carmen's new partner is Joseph Camporn. He was born and raised on the east side of Newcastle. Joe, you come up here too. That's Joe Camporn. Huh? Come on up. Where's he at? Come on up, Joe. Some of your young east side guys will know this gentleman. See, he's not that old. He can jump up a step. So here's your Bedford Downs people. Let's give them applause. Tell them we need it here in Lawrence County. We have some people in the back that just got here. If people don't know, we have petitions here. Whoever did not sign a petition, please take time and sign this petition. Carmen, take over.
Thank you, Bob. Camacho. Thank you very much. I guess I'm a little overwhelmed at the turnout today, as frigid as the temperatures are, and I want to thank you all for coming out and showing your support. It's very generous of you to take your own time and come out to be here with us today. I would like to thank the NAACP, Mr. and Mrs. Ward, for organizing this. They're a tremendous organization. I hope that many of you take the opportunity to join this fine organization that has been in existence now for 100 years. I would also like to thank Representative Sonato for being here. I would like to thank the mayor, the county commissioners, tourism, economic development. I'd like to thank Mr. Mccrady from the Farm Bureau. Uncle Harry, I love you. You're the greatest. And all those that made this possible today, I just want to say thank you. And we will continue this, and we will do everything possible to bring this facility to Lawrence County. Thank you.
I would like to thank everybody too. And just a quick story. I left when I was 19 years old from Newcastle. I was born and raised here, and I went west. I went to Las Vegas. I've been in the casino business all my life, and the greatest way to end my career is to bring 2,000 jobs here and to team up with Carmen Schick for the best site in the country. And at one time, I was responsible for 7,000 employees, and my dream is to come back and give back to the town that gave so much to me. And I can tell you, through all the cities that I've been through in the United States, nobody wants to leave their hometown. This is family. And what I encourage everybody to do is fight from your heart, because the jobs and the economic value is the future of your children and your children's children. And that's so important. And again, I can only emphasize, I could not find a better and finer partner than Carmen Schick and his family. And we in the casino business know that. And we know that his integrity is a AAA, and we're going to fight to the end. Thank you.
We turned around and we sat and we argued at a few meetings throughout the week and said, we got to make this short and sweet. So we're doing that. Forget about the time clock now. I just want to tell you that we do have hot dogs and hamburgers, ribs too, and ribs. Now, nobody get in line till I get in line. I can't stay this figure for, Anyhow, they're out on the side. You bear with us on putting tables up for people to eat. But as we go along, we want to get the petition signed. If anybody wants to say anything, mingle, two things we need you to do is to get behind Bedford Downs. Let's get behind the state, Chris Sonato, on trying to get this through. Let's send the letters to the state. Let's send letters to the editors. And let's get us known that Lawrence County is our right place, is the best place for Bedford Downs. So in closing, bear with us in feeding everybody, but the food's over to the left, and I'm getting in line first. Thank you all for coming.